Hey guys, what's up? We're on this is BP Crow's Nest. I'm Damnation-n-Hellfire. Tonight I'm joined by Vikes and Ross Crow. And we're on episode 13. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing good.
Good.
Good. So let me get some screen share going here. All right, so as I said, episode 13. Bug fixes and tuning. They fixed an issue where the Omega Gatling gun would not fire in certain instances. Well, that's definitely a good thing, because who wants to have a great big freaking gun sitting on top of their OP that literally just sits there and doesn't shoot, you know? So, yep, good thing fixing that. Did either one of you guys run into the instances where it wouldn't fire when you would get hit?
I never seen it not fire.
Yes. I hit a couple of bases, and theirs did not fire.
Huh. So I won't ask what you were doing. Cheater.
No, it was just a random thing. I can't figure out. It was two different style bases. Was the same attacking fleet, but their gun just never did fire. I wasn't aware of what caused that, but I'm glad it's fixed.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like a combination of certain boats in the fleet that might have done it or what. I have no idea what caused it, but apparently they fixed it, so that's a good thing. Something else they added in this week, all your Conqueror and Defender hulls will now have a new refit button where it says Conquest Refit, so you can put it in your Conquest yard to refit. There's a lot of people that were having problems when they would hit refit. It would just by default send it to the regular old shipyard. So,
well, I think there's a bug in that. I'm not sure if it's intended or not, but if you're refitting a Conqueror hull in your regular dock, you cannot refit one in your Conquest.
Oh, really?
Well, correct.
I'm not sure if that's intended or whatnot, but I don't think that's quite right.
Yeah, I'll have to ask them about that, because yeah, if it's intended, that's a pretty low blow. But I have a feeling that maybe it was not intended. So we'll see. Like I said, I'll pass it up to him and talk to him about it and ask him.
Yeah, 'cause I had a couple guys that have that problem that can't do that.
Yeah, I'd be right pissed if that was the case. That if you were doing it in the Conqueror yard, you couldn't do it in your regular yard. Yeah, I'd be right pissed about that. We got Hunger Games 2, Catching Fire. Oh, sorry. I mean, Hunger Games 2. My bad. My mistake. Prize Pack 1, you go in and do this with either Phoenixes or Skyfires. Prize Pack 1, you can get the Garwood Gatling gun and the Hunter MK1. Prize Pack 2, you get the Houndtooth Depth Charge and a 1-day Hunter build token. Prize Pack 3, you get the PBX payload, and you get another Hunter token, and you get the wonderful chests that we all love, because we all love these chests in our campaigns, because we get such positive feedback about this the first time around. They said, hey, let's bring it back for the second time. So yeah,
I won't say nothing.
Pretty much. The Prize Pack 4, we get a piece of concussive charged armor and another chest. And then we have the mastery round, which oddly, you can only do this mastery round 4 times. Hasn't all mastery rounds in the past been 5?
This one's always been 4.
Has it always been 4?
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
I'm used to 5 rounds for mastery, and I probably didn't pay a whole lot of attention the first time I did it, because it took so long. It felt like it was 5, even if it was only 4.
Yeah,
but you get some more. You get some more charged armors here. You can get up to 4 for if you do all 4 rounds. You have 4 more chests. You get 4 more 1-day build tokens, and you get up to 4 5,000 VXP Apex Hunter tokens. So that's I mean, that'll be a nice little boon because as we talked about earlier, like I myself didn't do a whole lot for VXP weekend. I just couldn't be bothered. So these come in, these VXP Apex tokens will come in real handy for me.
Yes, I could definitely use all these tokens when I get going on it.
Yeah, I'm
Go
building.
ahead, Ross.
I'm also building a fleet, so I can use all these tokens myself. I'm glad this one's back. This will be the most benefit to me.
Yes, this is definitely the only one I really wanted back. So it helped everybody out.
Here, let me ask you guys this too. I briefly mentioned the VXP weekend in there. How much did you guys participate in VXP weekend?
I had
About
one hunter fleet to just a blank four of the these hunters MK1s, and I just had 4 blank skins to suicide off with a grease monkey crew and be done with it. That's all I did that's what I did.
Yeah, about 30 minutes worth of time on it. That was about it. That's all I had too.
How much farming of the Defender tokens did you guys do?
Oh, I gotta say, I did enjoy that. I have 14 saved now, so I hit a few. I guess 14. You know, I took my time. I did not like fly around and look for them nonstop. I was on quite a bit, however, so I got 14, and I'm glad to have those. I foresee, you know, sometime I'm for sure I'll use those.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely thought, like, while I myself didn't take advantage of them, like I said, just this particular VXP weekend, for some reason, I just didn't be bothered. So, but while I didn't take advantage of them myself, I thought they were definitely a great addition.
Oh, yeah. I said I didn't take advantage of it either. So I got a couple. That was
well,
it.
I did. I mean, in all honesty, it was great. Look at the VXP, the double with the other one for your titanium, the double the VXP amount. So I think I was able to stack them up. I'm glad, you know. So hopefully I'll have a Defender sometime to use it on.
We also have the Call to Arms Icebreaker. Ross, you want to go over this?
Sure. No, this is exactly the same that we've seen, I think, well, several times in the past now. We have in Prize Pack 1, we have the Garrison Battery MKX offered along with the Siege rockets. And you get 3 one-day Icebreaker build tokens for the Prize Pack 1. Now, I know that we've all seen this, you know, time and time again, but these are really good things to stock up. And this time, as you'll see here in a minute, where we switched the armor type. So you're going to want to do this again. I know it's getting monotonous, but I think I really do. I have quite a few built up. I still think it's good just to do maybe at the end of the day if you don't have other fleets to repair. Try this one out. And so you go to Prize Pack 2, you pick up the Icebreaker hull itself. Now you get the Siege rockets. The V is what the one I would out of the Prize Pack 2 is what I really like. This adds makes the fleet fun. In all honesty, it makes it fast. It's power. It's got the whole bit. And with that goes the expanded fulfillment payload. And you're going to end up with 5 one-day build tokens for Prize Pack 2. And
you know what's
on the Prize Pack 3, and you get all these tokens again, and you get quite a few. You're going to pick up 10. Now the thing here is, this is where you're going to pick up the C1M charged armor. So you're only going to get 1 in Prize Pack 3, but these come in handy. Now Prize Pack 4, you're going to pick up the Visago, the lead. I'm sure we all know about that already. You're going to pick up the Visago VXP tokens. You're going to pick up 10 build tokens to build that hull. Also, you're going to pick up 5 one-day Icebreaker build tokens. Now, I think the charged armor C1M, you're going to pick up 2 this time. So in total, you're going to get 3. it's a good thing to have. So even if you have this completed, you'll pick up the 3 more armor and some quite a lot of build time. So it's a good thing to do. Go ahead and do.
Well, I mean, what's funny too is about it with as many tokens as this campaign gives you, as many times as it's been available. I think I could literally build another fleet and a half icebreaker currently.
Yeah, well, exactly. And we know how this game goes, so things change some weekly. One
Exactly.
special, you're going to want to refit. You can tweak them here and there, and it's pretty good.
Well, I mean, we got this new, new prize coming out that everybody's going to want to refit.
And then it kind of goes hand in hand with the icebreaker. We got the monolith one.
Yeah, this is also the same old, DLC we've seen before. So we can go through this one pretty quick. We have a prize pack 1. We have offered the monolith now, and you also get the siege mortar, the D85D. I really like this mortar here. It's got quite a bit of splash. You get the precision napalm detonator along with that. Now, prize pack 2, you're going to pick up the 1-day build tokens, and you're going to pick up 3 of those, and then the VXP tokens 4 times 4. Now, prize pack 3, that's where you get the most tokens out of. You're going to get 5 1-day monolith tokens, 5 gridiron monolith build tokens, and then 5,000 VXP gridiron monolith tokens. So, myself, I guess to have these tokens around is nice, but this would be on the end list of this TLC release. If I had a priority list on which I would get done, this is probably at the end of the list for me. But I guess if you're a smaller, lower level player, this might be on the list a little sooner.
Yeah, or as Chester and chat just said, you could also just opt to not do the campaign and spend $130 and buy both things.
Oh yeah, well,
yeah. Yeah.
Sure. I was hoping that personally, I don't use this this haul. I find it hard to maneuver. It was hard for me from the start, and I just preferred to do work around by building different fleets. But people do use it.
So my funny feeling is we're going to need it in the new FM. I don't think
I'm sure that's the reason we saw both of these campaigns brought back, because all the changes they had proposed to the FM.
Well, then I probably should do it because I scrapped mine.
I scrapped my monoliths. I hate monoliths. I don't care if we need monoliths to do the new target or not. I just won't be doing the new target if that's the case. This week we also got Bounty. And I'm feeding back off somebody. Might have been Ross. We got Bounty 3 started today. It's 10:26 at 10 a.m. to 10:30 at 10 a.m. So I'm not going to go into every single detail because this is the third bounty. We all kind of know what's going on. I'm just going to talk about the changes that have happened. Bounty grants have gone from every 8 hours to every 6 hours, so you get them more often now. The amount remains the same, though. The steal percent for attacking another bounty player has increased to 40%. So that's what, a 10% increase, I think?
Yeah.
Yes.
They still have the 4 regular and checkpoints and the 1 super challenge checkpoint each day. 2 through 4 checkpoints have been increased slightly. So checkpoint 1's the same. We got a chart that we'll go through all that here in a bit. The resource cost to join bounty has been removed. I'll be totally honest, I never noticed it in the first place. I'm sure it was probably there. I just never noticed it.
Me either. I had no idea.
It was there. It was actually relatively high. So I'm glad to take at least. I think we need to take all limitations off to get more people in it if they want it to succeed.
Here's your checkpoint you got. Every day it ends up being the first checkpoint is at 1,700 for each day. I'm gonna hang on a second. There you go. Sorry, Ross, I was feedback off of you, so I just put you on the mute button there. For every single day, the second checkpoint, the third checkpoint, and the fourth occurred another 2,000. And then chests, you'll get a chest at 2,000, 5,000, 9,000 on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. On Sunday, you'll get your chests at 8,000, 16,000, and 32,000. And then your final checkpoints for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are all 10,000. And then for Sunday, it's 57,120. That's a big freaking checkpoint right there, buddy.
Yes, it is. That's kind of crazy. It's like, oh my God.
I guess Sunday everything goes up because they figure that's when everybody's going to make their last mad dash to try to get everything. And I guess Sunday is the day they really want to see shit going down, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah. That could backfire.
Hey, I don't know. Let's see what happens. I mean, personally, my personal thoughts is Bounty has been kind of a backfire from the get-go. But, I mean, you know, there's people, I guess some people are enjoying it, so.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. Here's some of the prizes you can get. You can get for 1,700, you can get the Axiom chain gun turret, the concussive belt that goes with it, agility system 4, advanced guidance system, carbon fiber casing, or ballistic platforms, or depleted uranium shells 1 or 2. Why you would get 1 over 2 if they're the same amount of points, I'm not sure. I guess maybe if there was a weight issue on your turrets or something. But for 2,400 points, you get Emancipators, Depleted Uranium Shells 3, Alloy Panels MR, Ballistic Recoil Suppressor. And then at 5,000 points, you can get the Indomitable Justice Skin, which they really attach to their skins with the price they put on something.
They are. They
it's
think
like, dude, it's a freaking paint job, man. It's a freaking paint job. Yeah, this should be down in like the 1,700 category or something. But anyway, for 5,000, you can also get drum reloaders. Then at 10,000 points, you get the Clipper missiles, the Aft Razor foils, the Adder Strike turret, the Caustic Catalyst, and you can get the new Mortifier cannon, which we'll talk about here shortly. Same with the Excalibur Gatling gun, the vulcanized barrels. You can claim a twin blade again for 15,000 points. The limit on this hull was not increased, so if you're already your max number of them, don't try to get another one. And the big prize is the King's Writ at 37,120 bounty.
It's like, wow.
So let's talk about some of this stuff. Who's talking about the Mortifier cannon?
I will.
Okay.
Yeah, the Mortifier cannon. That's the new cannon. It's the bigger cousin of the Penance cannon. It applies supposed to humiliate anyone. Ballistic damage. The weight is kind of heavy. 625, pretty much what I guess the normal tier 6 weapons are. It's got good projectile speed. It's got good range. The damage at 8160. Submerged damage at 1632. The reload time on it is quite long. That's going to be the, you know, what, if you want to use that's going to be the downfall to it. Is the reload time is 10, where the Penance cannon I think was what 4 or 6.
I'll be honest, I can't remember because I don't think I ever used the Penance cannon on anything.
I think I got it on mine. I'm not sure.
Is it just me, or does this prize seem kind of out of place and with all the other prizes that are in the current bounty? Does it seem a bit out of place?
It's to me, I don't understand. I don't even understand why at all it's here. I don't see that. I wouldn't.
Yeah, it's not a must-have. I don't think it's a must-have weapon, to be honest.
You know, unless yeah, it doesn't have anything magical, special ability that I mean, that any weapon that is already existing that I see now. I mean, and it's so darn heavy, 625 tons, and with a reload time of that long, 10-second reload time. Now, I granted you can get things down and everything, but that's
it just seems incredibly out of place. You know, I mean, the hull itself is a concussive hull, and like I would have thought there would have been a defensive turret here or something in place of this, but
yeah, something like that.
I think we do have a mismatch on the hull for the weapon. I agree. So yeah, it's a strange thing.
It's just strange having it in there. It kind of threw us off.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess we just kind of got used to the setup. The last two bounties where it was a turret, a weapon, a special, and then the hull, and it's not this time. And I guess it's kind of throwing us all for a little bit of a loop. We also had the Excalibur Gatling gun. I think Ross, you were going to take this one.
Now, sure, I'll talk about now this one here. I do like this. It's a depth charge concussive type weapon. Now this one here is 730 tons. So it's heavy too. And this has got a listed projectile speed of 500, a spread of 10, a splash. I'm sorry, a spread of 15, the splash of 10, range of 98. Now the damage is 11,000. So this one here, this one hits pretty hard. Salvo of 5 and a reload time of 10. I personally like this weapon. It's got a submerged damage of 11,000. So, you know, it's got a wind up. So and then so it's really this would be the weapon in this bounty that I would say I would suggest. This one here, I like.
Yeah, definitely. This weapon is good.
Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, this weapon's very good. I mean, put it on the new ship, even, you know, all these people that got subs in their bases, try to chase you around and stuff. This here is gonna deter that.
I don't know. See, here's my thing though. It's like, yeah, the damage number looks good at 11,000, but by the time you divide that into the salvo of 5, you're talking what, 2,200 damage per projectile. So you really hardly have to have any concussive deflection to not be getting hurt by this.
That is true. But I think this here is more for taking care of the subs that people got in their bases.
Well, and I think
what I'm thinking.
This new special, right? What we have next? Are we looking at something new with that too?
I don't know. Let's talk about that. We'll find out here real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, the vulcanized barrels.
Right. So now this here increases your splash and then your critical hit chance. So I guess not a huge. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice, but it's just not huge to me. Well, unless am I not seeing something here? 10% critical hit chance. It's nice, I would say, right? But not huge.
I think it's the splash on it that's going to help out the weapon with this.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, this special is actually very similar to the PBX payload that we got for the non-Conqueror hulls until you get to the splash. Because I think the PBX was 100% extra crit damage, but then the crit chance was 20%, but they had no splash. So that's what makes the big difference in this.
Right. I think this with that weapon there, it's going to increase it up quite nicely for damage per salvo going through, and then the splash off them. The splash off them what's going to hurt everybody, I do believe.
Oh, okay. Well, then that makes sense then to me, and then it's a great deal. 40% increased splash is great for a depth charge weapon. So that's nice.
So let's talk about the what I think is going to be the new game breaker.
Oof.
Yeah, this hull, the King's Wit. This here is I don't know. It's got 175,000 armor points, 100% projectile speed, 225% concussive damage increase on it. With that weapon and that's a lot. What really throws a lot of people off is anti-mortar and range and anti-mortar accuracy on this hull. That don't really make no sense with it being a concussive hull. It just doesn't make a lot of sense.
It makes sense to me because what I see is people using this as their spotter for with sloths, and so any anti
Right.
go.
But you look at the defense that it has. It's got 18,000 concussive defense, radioactive 75,000, explosive is 110,000, corrosive 110,000. The penetrative is 400,000. And then you got your ballistic at 110,000. Very little is going to hurt this hull to start out with. Splash damage reduction already of 60%. And it's got a thermal imaging range of 85.
Yeah. Well, what do you guys think? Like, I know it's being put out there as a Conquer hull. What do you think about this as used as your part of your base guard?
Look, this one here, I'm gonna, if possibly I get it, I'm trying. 6.5. What I have to say is tier 6.5. Then
I'm gonna be scared scared to see tier 7s.
You got to be kidding, right? Because look at these stats here. I can tell you what this right here is. So, I'm looking at my base. My base is a heck of a strong base. Not the best, but it's a heck of a strong base. And look at these defense stats here. So you open up my portals, or any base, and you open up the portals with something. I don't care, sloths, whatever, any other thing. And you have 2 of these, and you click on the outpost. I don't see at 70. Look at the combat speed of 40 mile an hour with no engine. So that's a 70 mile an hour ship. Yeah, that's just it's a point and click. It's I win.
Yeah, to me that's very true. It's gonna be a super fast ship going through your base, and it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I mean the lowest deflection it has is the 18K for the concussive, and you put a bus and 2 regular sloths in there, and it takes up to like almost 40K, and that's before you factor in damage reduction from like siege battery or whatever else you might have on it.
Right, and you put and with the speed on it, as fast as it's going to be moving, good luck on stuff hitting
it. Right, that's what I mean. So I don't. It's got too much deflection to stop to really hit it. It's got too much speed to hit. Okay, and it's 6.5 is all I'm saying. I'm saying it's a nice looking great hull, but surely these stats I would be I just think that these stats might be warrant 7.
I think they're giving an appropriate name, the King's Writ, because basically if you have this one, you have permission to walk to the back of any base and not be stopped.
Or darn near most,
Yeah. Yeah. There's gonna be people that got things that will be able to stop it. It'll take a lot of thinking to stop this hull, and be able to stop the other hulls.
I mean, great frustration is going to be caused from this hull. Yeah, that's how I look at it. I mean, as an alliance leader, I'm going to get the messages. Oh, this, there's nothing they can do, and I and returning comment back to an alliance member when they say, "How do I stop this whole?" And I say, "Well, look at the stats. I mean, for now, it's the pendulum's sure swinging hard. That's what it is. I mean, we've got nice bases, but they're beatable, and then this is going to be an I win. To me, that's how I look at it. Now, it's just my opinion, but I think this is an I win.
I mean, I get messages right now because of the twin blade and sloth fleets. And how do you stop them? Well, and they're tough, and this here is just going to make it twice as tough.
Yeah, I mean, we always talk about the pendulum. I don't think it's even a pendulum anymore. I think this time it like swung over to the attackers, and they took a piece of string and tied the weight right there, so it's not going to go back in the other direction for quite some time.
No, I think I think in the next bounty we might see another defender hull to try to stop this or something, or maybe in the raid.
The one thing this hull does have that makes the weapon look more attractive, though, is that 225% increased concussive damage.
Yes, that is crazy.
I think without that stat on this hull, that the weapon would be not near as good.
Yeah, that makes that weapon really, really. That brings the damage close to what, 6,000 or 8,000 per salvo.
Let's see, probably around 7. Yeah, probably around 7 plus. I think.
Yeah, in between there. Yeah, it's gonna be quite nice.
And I mean, of course, being a baser too, you're mainly more worried about the structures and whatnot, so you don't have to worry about like huge amounts of deflection on them.
Right.
But
no, it's the range of 98. At least there ain't nothing that increases the range of that weapon that I've seen yet. Because the weapon is still only 98.
Right.
Correct.
And our other, let's see, that we had on our other ships that had that long range concussive weapon that was hitting. Yeah, that was over 100. So yeah, if we don't got no range on it, I don't know.
You're talking about the secondary weapon on the concussive Gatling gun?
Well, yeah. What we're looking at here is that, to me, when I just look at these stats, what just sticks out to me out of all of it, I look at this, projectile speed of plus 100% and concussive damage plus 225% on just a blank hull. That's with nothing. Wow. I mean, those are some nice numbers. So, I mean,
what really throws me for a loop is, unless I'm mistaken, this is the first Conqueror hull that we've ever had that had deflection against every single damage type. Because as a rule of thumb, most of our basers, whatever damage they put out, they don't have deflection against whatever damage type it is that they put out. That is not the case for this one. Now, granted, that is the lowest deflection that it has, but at 18,000 deflection, I don't necessarily know that I would call that a low number, although when you compare it to the rest of them, it's like abysmally low.
Right. I just keep looking at that penetrative deflection of 400,000. It's like, wow. It's like, really?
So all I can say is, when they put these numbers together, I definitely hope it was they were looking at, okay, well, we're having this turret and this turret and this turret come out within the next month. So, yeah, people might.
Well, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure they got a plan. Well, it's going to make every other hull obsolete as soon as they bring get other turrets out.
Well, in all honesty, we can look at this. This is like the You know, just a guess. You know, top 200 players in the game, in the entire game. The points required in the bounty. You know, I wouldn't say that everyone's going to have these. I mean, everyone doesn't have the twin blade now. I think the twin blade owners are going to be the ones to end up with these. So it's going to be a double whammy.
I don't know. To me, it's all that they're easily achievable if you feel like putting in the seat time.
Yeah, I mean they can be. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. They can be. It's
Just got to have the seat. Just got to do the seat time to do it.
Yeah, but this is a heck of a prize right here. I mean, hands down, by far, the best haul in the game right here. I mean,
yeah. So yeah, if you're a base hitter, you definitely want to try to get this.
Yep.
Oh, something I want to go back to real quick because I meant to mention this before when we were doing the slide, and I totally forgot. The Hunger Games too. When they had the Hunger Games, there was a thing where they had the wrong prizes in it at first. So people had the campaign, and some people had even started it, and then it got pulled, so they couldn't complete it. So if you're one of those people that happened to, everything should be fixed now. And that is what happened. They had the wrong prizes and pulled it. And that's why you weren't able to complete it if you started it super early.
Oh.
FM. Okay, unless you've been sleeping under a rock, everybody knows that they're basically changing the FM to a, well, let's face it, it's turning into a third raid of the month is basically the way they're setting it up. You know, they're having targets, you go out and hit targets, and then instead of hitting tiers like we used to, you get points, and then you can redeem those points for whatever prizes you want. There was big uproaring about losing tokens the way they had initially set it up, so and losing uranium and whatnot. So they have changed things around a little bit to where you'll be able to, in prize pool 5, you'll be able to purchase a chest, which can have 3 to 9 days worth of tokens. And 4, you will be able to get 2 days of build tokens and 10,000 to 40,000 uranium in that chest. Tier 3's chest, you'll be able to get a 1-day structure build token with 3 to 15,000 things of uranium. 2 will have a 1-day research token with 2 to 8,500 things of uranium. And prize pool 1 will have a chest with a 1-hour research token and 1,000 to 3,000 uranium. Still haven't seen him do anything to address the extra amount of seat time that the way they have it set up is now going to take. I mean, we all want chores that take less seat time, not chores that take more seat time. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on that. I mean, you know, we fought with them really hard. Like, not only myself, but people on TFC and probably some of the other shows. Like, fought with them really hard about the loss of build tokens that we were going to be getting and the way they proposed it first. So they've caved in on that a little bit. And now we're going to start working on them, I think, about the time requirements that are going to be for this new way of FM. I don't know, dude. Is it just me, or has this announcement of the way they're going to twist and turn the FM around a little bit, has it caused like a depression in the game where people just kind of don't care anymore?
I do believe, yeah, I think it has.
It's not just this, like a perfect storm almost brewing is what it is, though. But and you can't just, they are creating it. I mean, it's the long times, build times, you know, to do. I'm sitting in my base and I'm aiming to do for 21 days. Well, and somewhere along the kicks, they think, well, fill this 21 days. Maybe, I guess this is their thinking. fill this 21 days while I'm waiting for the second shipyard to maybe I fill it with what, a weekly event? No, this is not fun. This is not what I'm looking at for fun. I love this game, and I mean, I got to tell you, it's an expensive darn game, but I love promoting it because this is where my friends are. This is what I do almost all day, just for fun. And I got to tell you, stretching the weekly targets and making this bigger is not fun. It's the wrong direction.
Well, I think the thing I do like the most about this is it gives people a chance to get caught up and get multiple things. But
yes.
Why make such a convoluted solution to the problem? All you had to do, leave the FM exactly the same as it was. Just make it to where you could repeat it as many times as you wanted and put a cap on the number of tokens you could claim. Problem solved. Nobody gets all in a tizzy about all the changes, and everybody can still get as much crap as they feel like getting points for. And it's almost feel like some of the people, and I don't know whether it's product or design. I would probably be willing to bet it's product, but I feel like they need to go to like an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting or something and hear the phrase "keep it simple, stupid." I really truly feel that.
Yeah.
They just make things so much more complicated than what they need to be. And like the chests, I'm not a fan at all of freaking chests. Get rid of these goddamn chests out of shit, man.
Oh, I agree. I get screwed on chests so often. It's stupid.
Well, and you know what's going to happen here. They say anywhere between 3 to 9 days of tokens. It's almost always going to be on the 3-day side of it. So you're going to end up, we're going to be exactly the same place we were when people were complaining. They just think it's better now because they're like, oh, you could get up to 9 days worth of tokens. When you know damn well it's almost always going to be the 3.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It creates a way more players can be even more upset. It doesn't please everyone. I don't even care if you so take the average of the whole top prize and then the lowest prize and let's give us the average prize across the board and let's announce it so people can plan on it and they know what they're getting and the aggravation level is gone. I mean, at least that's one less thing that they can go, oh, I got screwed over on. Well, because they really aren't feeling like when they get it. I mean, the wins just are not outweighing the getting screwed over feeling. It is how I'm feeling. I've gotten the boxes myself. Well, I haven't gotten it. I can't even tell you what they are because they don't matter. That's how I feel.
Yeah, so when one person gets 1 token, the other person gets 4. It's like, really? I mean, it's.
Well, but it's like, it's like, okay, I did the exact same amount of work as what Vikes did. Why should I get less of a prize?
Exactly.
We have so much random number generation in this game to begin with. I don't want to see it in my fucking prizes, dude. I want to know what I'm getting when I go in. We got so much RNG with like, hit percent, crit percent, evade percent, and rolling for crews. Like all that stuff is governed by RNG. My freaking prizes that I'm putting my time and my effort and in some people's case, my money into earning should never, ever, ever be randomized. I should know what I'm getting.
That is absolutely correct.
I don't know. It seems like since they've announced all these changes, just like a lot of people I talk to, just like they just kind of don't care anymore. They're just like, whatever. I don't give a shit.
Well, and I like to add to that. I do care. I still have been logging in almost just as much. I mean, they're creating an atmosphere for me to not to need to log in as much because these things are taking so long. I coin quite a bit, I feel, But I coin 1 day, 2 day things. I don't coin weeks. And so by creating weeks for me to coin makes me coin none of it. I just want that noted. It really makes me coin less. So I just wanted to throw that in there. But
Yeah.
I'm sitting out here on this thing, and I can't really complain yet because I know how this game has worked for the years, and I see what I see here, and some looks really nice, some looks nice to me on this weekly, some does. There's many things that still don't, but it's not on the map yet, and I can't. I'm not gonna try to complain about this exact thing here until I participate it and see how it works.
Well, I mean, without even participating in it, we know for a fact, based on the numbers that we've been given, that the time is going to go up.
Yes.
That the time.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Definitely.
That's specifically why I haven't even touched on the target yet, because we have no idea what the target's going to look like. And I'm not going to start complaining about something before it even comes out and then look like a fool when, it ends up not being near as bad as what everybody thinks it's going to be.
Yeah. New target or not, I said it isn't going to matter. That's what we're trying to say.
Yeah, it's the time commitment, the extra time commitment that's going to be taken up. And, and we tell them all the time, we want less storage, we want less storage, we want less storage. And they say, we hear you. We're doing something about that. Well, what are you doing about it? Increasing the amount of time it's going to take to do our chores? That doesn't seem very beneficial. And back on your point you were making earlier, Ross, about, there's just not a whole lot going on to engage you right now. Like, look at it from a perspective of somebody like me who doesn't have, like, who doesn't have really base hitter fleets. Like, literally, if I have a 12-day, equip going, I have a 10-day build going for a structure, and I have, like, an 8-day refit going for a boat. And why would I even log into the game? What am I going to do? Sit there and look at my freaking screen? Because there's really nothing for me to do at that point.
I agree. And not just you are at that point. That's how I guess 80% of the players I see are right at the same point. We all have these same things to upgrade that are 40 days and 20 days. It's just unbelievable to me. So it's just creating an environment where I'm not log in to do what? Coin some more. I do have base hitters, so I just build a pretty nice base fleet, but these times are hurting. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just, like I said, I've been so disengaged with the game since at the end of the raid, because it's like shit's building, shit's upgrading, shit's equipping. What is there to do? Look at the screen like a moron? I'll go play something else. I tell you what, you want to get me re-engaged in the game? Come out with like a structure build token TLC. I'll be all over that shit, man.
Oh yeah.
You tell me, I tell you what, yeah, exactly. Hey, slash the repair in half for all base hitting. I'll hit bases all the time, not just in raid. I hit bases in the raid, by the way, but that's because it's half price. So it creates me to coin. Yeah, and that's how I really feel about it. If you cut things in half on me, that's when I take those special offers when they're good deals. And when I see good deals, I take them every single time, and I just want them. Kicks got to know that, but I don't pay for things I don't like. So,
I mean, and I'm sure this is going to catch me flack from any of the Kicks guys that are watching this show, but I'm just going to say it the way it is. Right now at this point, it seems like when it comes to ways they can try to monetize the game, they're being freaking lazy. And instead of trying to come up with new incentives and new ideas, they're just falling back on, well, let's try to squeeze as much out of every single little thing that's already currently in the game that we can, as opposed to thinking of new and creative ideas. And, you know, the more people that leave, it doesn't matter, because we'll just make the burden that much bigger on the backs of the people that stay. You know, and that's just my 2 cents worth. It seems like they're just in ways that they could make the game monetized in different fashions. They're being uncreative and lazy about it.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, just lower the repair times on a lot. There'll be a lot more base hitting, a lot more things going on. You know, people would complain about how much it costs to repair a fleet. You know,
of course, with that statement, I've also probably just guaranteed that nobody from product will ever come on the show. But you know, I mean, it is what it is, dude. You know, I'm just telling you the way I think. And I would love for them to come on and prove me different, prove me wrong.
No, and that's it. I'm not. I'm just a consumer that loves this product. In all honesty, loves my best friends. I met some of my best friends. I call my best friends, and truly are through this game. You know, that's a pretty cool thing. And I think that I log in to talk to those people through this game. And this game is so complex and has grown over the years to be such a wonderful game. I just don't. The direction that the players do put out from their feedback is clear. It's not wishy-washy. It's pretty clear. So you really listen to the players and we played this for years and years now. We shorten the things, shorten build time, shorten repair, and shorten the seat time, and you're going to have a great game, because this is a great game.
it is a great game. I love it. I wouldn't have been playing it as long as I have.
Oh, the good old days where it didn't cost an arm and a leg to play, and there was a lot more people in the game, and they were probably making a lot more money than what they do now.
Yeah, well,
we were having fun. We were having fun.
Yeah, but it really has progressed to be a group. So much. I was looking at some reels, videos, back in years and years back when it first started. Wow, the graphics department. I gotta say, wow, they really have stepped up. It's a different game. It's just a different game. So it really has grown in many great ways. I hats off to that. And in the art department, just they actually are they're just leading in my personal opinion, these new ship and the graphics that are coming out lately are top notch.
Yeah, the graphics are amazing now. If we could just get everything to work right that went with the graphics, because unfortunately, a cool looking boat doesn't necessarily equate a good boat.
Right.
True.
But yeah, the graphics have gotten amazing. What I really want is for him to rehire that Q&A guy that they got rid of back in 2012, and get him back in the mix, so shit actually comes out working correctly.
Oh,
but I'm pretty sure that guy's been gone for a long time. Find him, bring him back, please.
Definitely.
But yeah, I don't know. I think that pretty much wraps up everything for tonight. Did you guys have anything else you want to go into for a little while?
Nope.
Wondering on excuse me, and how I haven't been totally watching the chat at all. Actually, how's everybody doing in the bounty from chat? Have they said anything?
I haven't really seen much talk about bounty from what I've been looking at here and there. I know I got hit. I got hit already. I got hit by Venom Hurricane. Well, it's funny because he was in comms and he was talking about how he hated people driving their guard and whatnot. And we kind of got into it a little bit because, my opinion, if you want to drive your guard, go ahead. You're more than welcome to. I personally don't, but I understand the philosophy of, well, you're driving your baser. Why can't I drive my guard? It's part of the game, and people just need to put on their big girl panties and get over it. You know, but yeah, apparently he didn't like my comments too much, so he came and hit my face and flattened me. Like, okay, whatever.
But you gotta look at it from a standpoint of us old players way back when there was no guard to drive, and we're not. A lot of us aren't used to that.
He has a 16 million ID. He wasn't even playing back
then. Right. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta tell you, driving, not driving, I don't think it's gonna help you. It's not gonna make or break it too much these days. A couple, maybe 5% of the base hits, but some of these ships.
To me, it's like, oh my God, I was in a war, and the other guy actually had the temerity to fight back. You know. Or, hey, man, I walked up and I punched that guy in the nose, and he actually punched me back, and that wasn't supposed to happen. You know, it's just like, get over it, dude. Stop whining. But that's my thought on driving guard, please. I don't do it, but if you want to, feel free, rock on, and do it because you're allowed to. And they're driving their baser, so you should be allowed to drive your guard. And I'm sure that just got me some extra fan mail, and I'll probably be flat for most of this bounty, but I don't really care. So, all right, I think that's going to wrap it up for the night. I thank you everybody for coming out and watching the show. I thank you for spreading the show around because I can definitely tell we're starting to pick up more viewers every week. So I'm loving it. And I'm sure everybody else on the page is loving it. And we definitely appreciate you guys and everything that you contribute to us. And until next time, we will catch you then.
Yeah. Good
later, guys.
Bounty.
And good luck in the bounty.